Ladies, gentlemen, if you are here, my name is Jessica. I feel like I'm right where God wants me to be. It's been a long time coming, but I'm here. The word of the month that God has been speaking to me in this month of December is delayed obedience is disobedience. I start off with that because God has been speaking to me, calling me to the YouTube channel, engage more on social media. Every door that I tried to open for myself that wasn't a part of his plan and his purpose for my life, he shut. I applied to various positions, different facilities, and nothing was happening. No one was calling. And I'm like, this is not normal. But God was trying to show me very early on in this year and in this process that, Jessica, this is it. Like this, enough is enough. I've allowed you to do things your way, do things in your timing for too long, and I'm calling you to something different. And so literally, God was just shutting doors in my face, shutting doors. I could not. I spent 2 months trying to find a set position here in this new city that we are in, and nothing. I went 2 months with no work. Fast forward, here we are, it's December. And what I want to take the time to focus on in this particular video, outside of introducing myself, is 5 things that we should do, that you should all consider doing in preparation for 2025. 1, fast. 2, pray. 3, do not wait until next year to start what you can start this year. 4, give thanks. 5, purchase yourself a planner. Go ahead and purchase your 2025 planner. Get prepared and ready to start outlining at least the first quarter of work for me to plan out my whole year at the top of the year. So what I found to have helped me is planning out my quarters. Still having an outline of what I would like to accomplish in the year. However, focusing most of my attention on what would I like to see myself accomplish in the first quarter of the year. Okay, so going back to point number 1, fasting. I took fasting very serious this year. There were situations and things that happened in my life this year that gave me no choice but to fast. It gave me so much so emotionally, physically, mentally, that really and truly, naturally, my appetite was just suppressed. There were situations that we were faced with this year. My body actually naturally went into a state of, you need to fast right now. We're not even going to wait till tomorrow. It starts right now. You cannot tell me God is not real. My fasting this year was such on another level that my encounters with God, there is no denying him. When you fast and you fast the right way, the results are quick. See, God doesn't operate on time like how we operate on time. He really and truly makes up for lost time. If there's things that we were not doing that kept us delayed or set back or kept us in a position where we were moving backwards or we weren't progressing in life, once we really fast and we fast appropriately, I mean repenting, giving to the poor, praying, really putting your flesh under by putting your plate down so that your spirit man can rise up. When we fast like that, there is no doubt that you will hear from God, you will experience and encounter God, and you will get results from God. Period. Point blank. Fasting. I'm not talking about no play fasting where I'm not going to go on social media for a few days. I'm not going to watch TV or sports. No, I'm talking about fasting for real, like food fasting, putting your plate down for 6, 12, 24 hours, whatever God has put in your heart to do. Put your plate down, because it is that brings your flesh to that low, weak state where your spirit has no choice but to rise up. Point number 2, pray. Praying. Of course, with fasting, praying and fasting are going to be, they're a duo. You're not going to fast and not pray. However, you can pray without fasting. You can say, I'm going to fast for 3 days. And of course, in the time frame that you're fasting, you're praying, you're reading scriptures, you're reminding God of his word. However, once you're done fasting those 3 days, your prayer life should not cease. The Bible speaks on praying without ceasing. We should never stop praying. We should never stop talking to God. We should never stop communing with God. Praying. I really encourage you all to do a fast within these next few days before the year ends, in preparation for 2025. Do a year-end fast, even if it's a day. If you're a beginner, really and truly, you should aim for 3 days. But anything, just get a fast in before the year is up. Pray. Make it a point to pray, talk to God, whether it's in the shower, in your car, waking up early in the morning before you start your day. Whenever you feel that unction to pray. Be intentional about it and be open about it. Be real and pray and talk to God. 3, what you can do now, do not wait till 2025 to do it. And what I mean by that, last year, 2023, I knew I wanted to get more discipline, get back in the gym. And I said, okay, 2024, it's on. But then I felt the Holy Spirit telling me, why? Like, why wait till 2024? It's October. You already feel the need and the unction to do this. Like, why are we waiting? And so I listened to that. I said, you know what? Yeah, why? Why wait until January to start what I can do now? I started my workout, my fitness journey, my 2024 fitness journey in October 2023. And I carried it into the new year and worked out as often as I could. Obviously, you're a person who wears many hats. Maybe you do make it to the gym every day, but I'm just going to be honest, I don't. I make it to the gym often. There are months where I'm making it to the gym every day, sometimes twice a day I'm working out. And then there's other months where it's 2-3 times a week, maybe 4 times. And then there's months like the month when we closed on our home. Oh my goodness, my husband and I probably made it to the gym 3 days out of that whole month. So I'm just keeping it real, not to make anyone discouraged. Know that I am not the type of person I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. Things happen, life happens. So no, I don't work out every day at the same time of the day. I find time, I try to keep it routine, but there's days and there's times in life where I just have to just switch it up a little bit. You have to be flexible. That's one thing I'm going to encourage people to do, you all to do going into 2025 as well. Try to be a little more flexible. Try to be a little more adaptable. Just because you miss going to the gym at 5 a.m. doesn't mean, you know what, forget it. You know what, no gym today. No. If you can perhaps find the time to go at 3 p.m. instead, maybe 5 a.m., it was an extremely cold morning and you just, you wanted to sleep in a little bit, spend some more time with God, whatever it is that you wanted to do and you just didn't make it to the gym, I would encourage you, if you find another hour in that day to go, then just go in that hour. It doesn't always have to be so routine. But for the most part, I do try to keep the time consistent and the days consistent. But there are just times where I just have to make those changes. Now for just giving thanks. This year, God showed up and he showed out in my life and my family's life. Listen, that is a YouTube video in itself. God showed up and showed out. You hear me? And the year is not over, and our foot is still on the gas. Okay? And in result of that, I found myself like, thank you. Like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Like, I have nothing to ask for. I'm not coming to you to request anything. Just gratitude. Overwhelmed with gratitude. Just really sitting back and thinking about how good God has been to myself and my family, the things he brought us through this year. Literally every time a big blessing or a big door was about to open, best believe the enemy sent opposition. The enemy sent distractions. And I'm not talking no itty bitty distractions either. I'm talking about things that would knock you off your course so much so that we would miss out on the blessing. Every time, like I started picking up on the pattern, like, wait a minute, every time we about to seal a big deal or we about to do something big or God about to show up, he tries to come and steal. And that's what the enemy does. The enemy comes nothing but to steal, kill, and destroy. If he can steal the blessing, he can rob you of that blessing that God has for you. If he can kill that dream or that vision or the faith that God has put in you for whatever it is that you were believing him for in that season, ultimately it will destroy you and destroy your destiny. And that's his whole motive. And so when I say every time we found ourselves at the end of a blessing and it's right there, he's coming. He's coming. Focus on the things unseen and not the things that we can see. I was focused so much on that situation, on the problem, on the circumstance, on what the outcome of that may be, that I forgot to focus on the things that I couldn't see, the things that really hold weight and hold power. God, his angels. Point number 5. I encourage you, while you're out shopping for your gifts, pick up a planner. They already have the 2025 planners out there in stock. You can find, I already picked up my planner, and any little bit of time that you find right before bed, when you first wake up in the morning, if you have some time, start jotting down some things in your planner that you would like to accomplish for the month of January, February, and March. I would really encourage you to just focus a quarter at a time. I don't want to overwhelm you all with too much. I didn't want to overwhelm you all with too much information on this first video. Just simply wanted to introduce myself and really encourage you all to focus on these 5 main things going into the new year.